Hello, 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 welcome back to another trek through the dungeon. For those of you who have been with my channel for a while, you'll know that it's my policy that when I record a video, when I choose to record a game, I record it before, I make that decision before I start, and I post all my recorded games that come out well, uh, just so that English, what's your word? Right. I post all my recorded games so that you get an unbiased look at how my games go. So even though I do have some low-level deaths and all, you would usually see those as well. Unfortunately, I recorded this game just now of a character that I wanted to run, and it was going well, but then the recording failed and I died early, so you're not going to see that. That said, it's a rainy day. You can probably hear the thunderstorming in the background, and I feel like doing some dungeon crawls, so let's go ahead and roll exactly that again. Alrighty, and I've got... Right. Demon Spawn and Arcane Marksman. The idea... and a crossbow. The idea started off as kind of random, but then I was starting to think, what would a demonic creature that fires at you constantly be? And then I realized it's closest to an imp, and then I decided it's a player imp, and then from there I went to P-imp, and y'all can make whatever aspersions you wish against the name. I have had some success doing this with centaurs in the past, and I will eventually switch to a centaur after this if I die again early. But the idea behind this is utilize try and save the arrows or crossbow bolts for serious threats, and utilize a weapon as your primary until you get to the point in the game where you have enough to go around. But again, that hails from the early days of ranged weapons. See, it used to be that for a ranged weapon you need to enchant the launcher to a +X value, as well as the arrows to a +X value. Oh! Steel crossbow bolts. This is an awesome start. I'll explain in a bit. I want to finish my spiel before I get into that, but now the way it works... Actually, that's going to change my game significantly. Now the way it works is your skill with bows and or crossbows determines the equivalent enchantment level of your weapon. So for example, I think that at max level it's treated like you're using +5 arrows. Oh no. It caps out. I think every 3 levels you get another plus, and it caps out at level 15. So, with a bow's skill of 15, or a crossbow skill of 15, my to hit bonus for the weapons the bolts I'm using is 3/3. I have to look up the formulas to find the exact number. I know it's changed a lot. But I found this system to actually be incredibly good. One of the biggest issues I've had with running archers in the past, especially characters that start the game as an archer rather than try to transition into it later, is that you're very reliant on your powered by pain. Oh no, powered by my own pain, by getting a P. You're very reliant on your weapon, your archery weapon, for damage dealing, which is fine, except that the game only starts you off with a stack of 20 and enchanted 1 tier. So the way the mulching formula for deciding whether or not your precious arrows get destroyed works, you generally find yourself running out of arrows very early on, or being completely out of arrows very early on, by floor 2, let's say, and all of a sudden you go from being I can handle anything to I can't handle anything. And with arrows at least there's a little bit more flexibility in trying to find them. With crossbows there's none. Under the new system, because of the way the pluses work, if you focus train your skill with your weapon fast enough, you can get the mulching probabilities down faster, and the base values are a little bit more generous as well. So all put together, it's a better world for people who want to be primary ranged fighters types. Let's pull the bat up with us. And if he's not coming, that's fine. I don't want to melee a snake in that situation without having any potions. I can melee this guy, probably. Okay, I clearly cannot. Switch to crossbow. Now, one thing you'll notice is I picked Arcane Marksman instead of an actual hunter, and I will admit that that was kind of a spur-of-the-moment choice originally. The reason is, and it's personal, I hate learning magic on a caster who has to start with a 0 in those abilities. But I do like getting tier 1, 2, and 3 spells online for anybody who isn't, you know, deity prohibited. Just for the sake of some of the great utility you get there. Blink, a nice poke or two, swiftness. Frankly, just that alone is enough, but there are a good series of spells available. So I guess if I'm not considering myself a caster this game, though. Like, I would totally wear this splint mail if I had the strength for it, and I'm going to be boosting strength since I'm a crossbow user. I'm a crossbow user first, and I'm going to be utilizing some alternate melee weapon that I train with. Not a dagger, presumably, something a little bit better. Maybe a halberd so I can maintain range, I don't know, we'll see. Not a halberd, a pole arm. Alright, so far so good. This is actually a really good start for me. I kind of flipped out with happiness when I got the steel bolts. Sharp toenails, okay. The reason I got so happy is the way steel bolts work, they deal a shit ton more damage, and they are massively less likely to be mulched. I don't know the exact formula, I know it's something insane. So actually, let's flip to those now and just prove it. I've gone games where I had a sling and steel sling bullets, and used nothing but the steel sling. You know, as an experiment, let's just blow my valuable resource, shall we? Let's try and use nothing but steel bolts for the next 2 floors. We started off with 15. My guess is we'll have 13 by the time we're done, or more. And I'm definitely focusing down crossbow training now because I got lucky this game and got a nice stack of good ammo. Notice also that I'm dealing 1-hit kill level damage here because it's steel bolts I'm wasting on these enemies, and it's not mulching, so yay. Apportation will also be a really nice ability on this guy, just for the luxury of being able to pull my ammo back to me. That's still way in the future, though. Okay, I think we lost our first... Nope, we didn't lose our first one, it just missed. Alright, so used it for an entire floor, and haven't lost a single bolt yet. Yeah, I don't remember what the formula is, but I think there's like a 3 times and a 10 times somewhere in there with regards to accuracy, damage, or mulch probability. Let's get out of the line of fire. I don't have a choice but to blow him away. Like, I don't have any ability to heal, really. Let's try and hide. Okay, there we go. Now, what did I just get? Sharp toenails, antenna, and sometimes I get MP back. So far, this is a pretty lousy set of buffs for my character. But I don't really care. I'm just playing Demon Spawn for the funsies. Let's go ahead and heal up. Yeah. And if I had died there, that would have sucked, but I wouldn't have felt that bad. I've been playing a pretty decent game. There's not a whole lot I could have done better. Again, notice, non-stop usage of these steel bolts, and they're still steely. But even if I had been using ordinary bolts, I would only expect 5 or 6 to have mulched by now, which would still leave me with 3/4 of my ammo stack. Truth to be told, because of the changes to... While it's true that I'll never get to do what I did before, where I took a stack of 300, 400, 500 arrows, and burned 4 enchant scrolls on them to make them all +6, +6, and it was kind of awesome. If that's the trade I have to make for every bolt being treated as a +3, +3, that's kind of awesome. Also, you'll notice I just picked up a bunch more. I just realized I'm not auto-picking them up. Let's fix that. In this game, I want to auto-pick up bolts, so hit I. And, of course, I want to pick up runes automatically, so we'll add a V to that list. And, that's good. I'm gonna drink all these potions just so that I don't do something stupid with them later on. There we go. Now I know what curing is, so yay. Better players than me would probably scoff in horror at what I just did, because you're supposed to use identify scrolls to preserve the valuable scrolls and all that. Me, I'm playing for fun right now. I could care less. I'm not trying to play perfectly. I'm not trying to be imperfect, but as you can see, you usually will get away with it without getting mutated. And even if I do get mutated, there's a very good chance it won't be a bad mutation. Alright, eating, cutting up a bat. Ooh. Yeah, you know something? These steel bolts are lasting... I knew they would last well, but they're lasting really well. This is a dicey situation. I want to disperse the ogre, if possible. More. Perfect. And we'll requiver the steel bolts and try to finish him off. Nope! No cigar. He got me. I'm not sure what I could have done better, but I didn't even look at my inventory. I guess that I had a wand, so that probably could have... Yeah, I could have tried with the wand. I didn't know that I had teleport, blinking, and such available, and I didn't have... I had 7 scrolls of identify, though, so I should really have at least given a glance at my scrolls and figured a couple of them out. Huh. Honestly, what happened is I was expecting the ogre to die to my arrows, and I kind of feel as though... let's actually pull up in the morgue and take a look and see what happened here. Because I feel as though I took a lot of shots and they didn't all land. Here we go. Ogre is lightly wounded, quivering, 8... Okay, aim. You shoot a steel bolt, it hits. You shoot a steel bolt, it hits. Shoot a steel bolt, it misses. So I had about 4 shots on him, not counting the dispersal. If I had taken him as a serious threat, I could have run away and I would have had slow memorized. So clearly I am too reliant on the nuking power of my crossbow from this range, and that's getting me killed. I'm gonna give this another try. I feel like I could do better. I definitely feel like I can do better. I don't feel like I had to die there. I feel like I died because I wasn't playing well. So let's go ahead and reload him. Same name, same guy.